Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talk Talk Speak podcast. Today, we're whisking you away to Ueda City in Nagano Prefecture, Japan.
That's right.
Now, if you're thinking of just another standard sightseeing trip, hold on. We're diving into a place where the spirit of samurai still hangs in the air. The hot springs are legendary for melting away your worries. And the local food, let's just say it has some deliciously quirky stories to tell.
Exactly. Forget those run-of-the-mill tourist spots. Ueda offers a fantastic mix of, dramatic history and peaceful relaxation.
Right.
We're talking tales of incredibly brave samurai, naturally heated spring waters that had been soothing people for centuries, and a food scene that manages to be both comforting and surprisingly unique.
Yeah.
Get ready for some real aha moments as we uncover what makes this city so special.
You got it. We've got a fantastic piece here that really paints a picture of Ueda exploring all the must-see spots. Our mission today is simple: to extract the most interesting and essential nuggets for you. Whether you're dreaming of a Japanese adventure or just curious about Japan's fascinating culture, we've got you covered. So let's jump right in, starting the moment we arrive at Ueda Station.
Okay, Ueda Station. It isn't just a place where different train lines meet. It's truly the starting point for exploring everything this city has to offer.
Yeah.
It's a surprisingly lively hub connecting the super efficient Hokuriku Shinkansen, your direct and speedy link from Tokyo, with charming local lines like the Ueda Electric Railway Bessho line.
Oh, that sounds quaint.
Doesn't it? It sounds like it belongs in a fairy tale.
And the moment you step out of the castle exit, how cool is that? A train station with its own castle exit.
Right. It's pretty unique.
You're greeted by this impressive statue of a young samurai on horseback, Sanada Yukimura. Talk about setting the stage. It's like the city is saying, welcome, get ready for some historical awesomeness.
It definitely makes a strong first impression.
Yeah.
And it's not just visitors who appreciate it. Ueda Station consistently ranks high in popularity polls across Nagano Prefecture.
Really?
Yeah, for everyone from young single people to families. That really shows how appealing it is as a central point, seamlessly blending a sense of history with modern convenience.
Yeah.
You'll even find a cinema and an art museum right there.
A cinema A&D, a samurai statue, only in Japan.
Pretty much.
And the railway isn't just for getting around, it's a really important part of the city's character, isn't it?
Absolutely. It connects you to hidden gems like Bessho Onsen. We'll definitely get to that dreamy escape later.
Okay.
And they even have a Ueda Railway Festival sometimes. It's clear the railway is a real point of pride for Ueda.
That's great. Okay, let's dive into our first must-visit spot, Ueda Castle Ruins Park.
All right. Now, ruins might make it sound like there's not much to see, but trust me, this place is bursting with history and a powerful atmosphere. This is where the legendary Sanada clan, against all expectations, twice fought off the mighty Tokugawa forces.
Wow.
Imagine impressive stone walls that whisper tales of bravery, beautifully rebuilt turrets, and stunning natural scenery all around you.
Seriously impressive. This wasn't just a minor disagreement, right? We're talking about the Sanada clan, led by the brilliant strategist Sanada Masayuki,
Exactly.
standing up to Tokugawa Ieyasu, who became one of the most powerful rulers in Japanese history.
That's the one. They built this castle back in 1583, and it earned a reputation for being practically unconquerable. They called it an impregnable castle.
An impregnable castle.
And get this, they even got some of the initial funding from Tokugawa himself.
No way. Talk about a bold move.
It's a truly fascinating and quite dramatic part of history. During the second major battle in 1600, the family was even split,
Oh, yeah.
with Masayuki and his younger son Yukimura fighting on one side and the eldest son Nobuyuki on the other.
That must have been intense.
Totally. Ultimately, after the Battle of Sekigahara, where Masayuki's side was defeated, Ueda Castle was destroyed. So what we see today is largely thanks to the later reconstruction efforts by the Sengoku clan.
Right, right. So when we're walking around the park, what are the absolute must-see things?
Okay, definitely make sure to see the rebuilt East Tiger Gate turret and the remaining north and south turrets. They're iconic landmarks
Okay.
and perfect for taking some memorable photos. Walking along what's left of the moat really helps you picture how big the original castle grounds were.
I can imagine.
And keep an eye out for the massive stones used in the walls, especially the famous Sanada stone.
The Sanada stone.
Yeah, the one that Sanada Nobuyuki supposedly couldn't even move when he tried to take it as a memorial to his father.
A stone so heavy it holds the weight of history. I love those kinds of details. Anything else we should keep an eye out for?
Yes. On the northeast corner of the main area, you'll notice a sumiyotoshi, which looks like a corner is missing.
A missing corner. Why?
Well, that's a traditional architectural feature designed to avoid the kimon, which was considered an unlucky direction according to Japanese beliefs.
Ah, superstition in architecture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a subtle detail, but it gives you a glimpse into the traditional samurai way of thinking that influenced even castle design.
Super interesting. And I hear there's a shrine and a well with a bit of a mysterious story.
You heard right. Sanada Shrine, located within the park, honors the Sanada clan and the lords who ruled after them.
Yeah.
It's actually a popular place to pray for success, especially in school and careers,
Oh, nice.
connecting that historical strength with modern hopes. And then there's the intriguing Sanada Well, with a local legend saying it was a secret passage leading to a nearby fortress or even the lord's private residence.
A secret escape route. Every good castle needs one, right?
Definitely. Perfect for a dramatic getaway if things got a bit tense.
And for anyone who wants to really dig into the history.
Well, the Ueda City Museum is located right there in the park.
Convenient.
Very. It's full of fascinating items like samurai armor, weapons, old letters, giving you a much deeper understanding of the Sanada clan, the castle's story, and the local culture. It's a great way to add context to everything you've seen.
Okay, so history buffs will be in heaven. But what about the rest of us who also appreciate some beautiful scenery?
You're definitely in luck. Ueda Castle Ruins Park is famous for its beauty throughout the year. In spring, around 1,000 cherry trees burst into bloom.
1,000. Wow.
Yeah, creating a stunning pink spectacle, and they have a lovely cherry blossom festival.
Sounds amazing.
And in autumn, the park transforms again with breathtaking red and gold leaves, complete with an autumn foliage festival. The avenue of Zelkova trees along the former moat is especially beautiful in the fall.
Oh, I bet. Strolling under a canopy of vibrant colors. Lovely.
It really is.
So it's not just about the battles. It's a place where history, legends, the spiritual aspect of Sanada Shrine, and natural beauty all come together. It sounds like the real heart of Ueda.
Precisely. It's a multi-layered experience that really captures Ueda's impregnable story and why it continues to draw people in.
All right, our next stop takes us on a charming little train ride you mentioned. Tell us about Bessho Onsen.
Ah, Bessho Onsen. Get ready to unwind. This is one of Shinshu's oldest hot spring towns.
You shouldn't choose old.
Yep. And the journey there on the Ueda Electric Railway Bessho line is really part of its charm.
Okay.
It's a scenic, relaxing 30-minute ride to the last stop, and as soon as you arrive, you feel like you've stepped back in time to a classic, peaceful onsen town.
Sounds wonderfully relaxing. What makes these hot springs so special?
Well, the natural hot spring waters here are famous for their therapeutic qualities. And the great thing is how accessible they are.
Oh, yeah.
You can experience these healing waters affordably at the 3 main public baths, known as sotoyu, which are like neighborhood bathhouses.
To you. Okay.
You might see slightly different names like Oyu, Ishiyu, or Daishiyu, sometimes also called Eso no Yu or A no Yu. But they all offer that classic, soothing onsen experience. It's a really casual, local custom to visit these.
Sounds lovely and authentic. What else is there to explore in Bessho Onsen besides the relaxing baths?
Well, plenty. There's the important local temple, Kitamuki Cannon. It's a significant place of worship known for protecting against bad luck.
Kitamuki.
What's interesting is that its main hall faces north, directly opposite Zenkoji Temple in Nagano City.
North-facing. That's unusual.
It is. There's a local saying that visiting only one is like only completing half your prayers, so people often visit both.
Ah, good tip.
And within the temple grounds, you'll find an ancient Ayan Katsura tree, which is quite a sight.
Cool. And I hear there's a pagoda that's really something special.
Absolutely. Onrikuchi Temple is home to Japan's only remaining wooden octagonal 3-story pagoda.
Octagonal. Wow.
Yeah, it's a designated national treasure. Built way back in the late Kamakura period, it combines Zen architectural styles and is a true symbol of Bessho Onsen. It's one of the Bessho Sanrokuji, or 3 pleasure temples.
Pleasure temples. That sounds intriguing. Are there other temples worth visiting nearby?
Yes, Jorakuchi Temple is another of the Sanrokuji and is the main temple associated with Kitamuki Cannon, housing important cultural treasures.
Okay.
And if you venture a little further into the Shiota Plain, an area known as Shinshu Kamakura, because of its historical temples,
Shinshu Kamakura.
you'll find another Zenkoji temple, not the famous one in Nagano City, which has a unique unfinished style 3-story pagoda, and, get this, delicious walnut mochi called kurumi ohagi.
Walnut mochi after a temple visit sounds like the perfect combination.
Doesn't it?
So, Bessho Onsen is more than just a place to relax in hot springs. It's a real center of culture and history, all easily connected by that charming little train line.
Exactly. The fact that there are so many important temples packed into a relatively small area really elevates its cultural significance beyond just being a typical onsen town.
Okay, time for a step back in time. Let's take a stroll down Yanagimachi Street.
Yanagimachi Street, yes. This is like walking straight into an old Edo period picture. This beautifully preserved section of the old Hokoku-Kaido Highway offers a fantastic glimpse into the past. Picture traditional buildings all around you, white-walled storehouses, delicate lattice windows. It's truly like stepping onto a historical movie set.
So this was a really important road back then.
Absolutely. During the Edo period, Yanagimachi was a busy post town on the Hokoku-Kaido, which was a vital route connecting the Nakasendo Highway and the Sea of Japan coast.
Right.
It was bustling with travelers and merchants. Today, you can still feel that history as you walk along the street, admiring the unique architectural details.
And it's not just pretty buildings, right? I hear some of these old places are still running as businesses.
That's what makes it so special. It's not just a historical site, it's a living part of history. Many of the old shops are still operating.
Like what?
Well, including the Okazaki Sake Brewery, which has been making sake for over 350 years and produces the Kure brand.
350 years, wow.
I know. And then there's the Eiture Brewery, known as Hishiya, which makes delicious miso. Keep an eye out for the Sujitama.
The cedar ball.
Yeah, the ball made of cedar branches hanging outside sake breweries. It indicates that a new batch of sake has just been brewed.
Oh, that's a cool tradition. I bet there are some tasty treats to be found along the way, too.
You bet. Yanagimachi is famous for the Levain Bakery, which we'll talk more about in the food section. Their bread is incredible.
Can't wait.
You can also find shops selling local crafts, delicious Shinshu soba noodles. There's a place called Aotoi that's highly recommended.
Okay.
And even the local style of yakitori, Oidare Yakitori. And don't forget to try some of the unique apple desserts, like the apple tart at Sopi.
Apple tart on a historic street sounds absolutely delightful. So how do we find this charming street? Is it far from the station?
Nope. Yanagimachi Street is located in Ueda City, Chuo Forcum. It's quite easy to get to, about a 15 to 20-minute walk from Ueda Station.
Oh, that's walkable.
Yeah, or you can hop in a quick taxi or take a city bus look for the Fusuyama or Kimachi bus stops. The fact that they've even been testing out traffic control measures recently shows how popular it is with visitors.
Right, right. So Yanagimachi is a perfect example of living history, where old traditions and new flavors come together. It's great that it's so easy to get to from the station, too.
Exactly. It perfectly blends Ueda's historical importance as a trading center with its present-day focus on high-quality local products.
Okay, now for the part I've been eagerly waiting for the food. Let's talk about Ueda's must-try local dishes, starting with this intriguing, delicious Dare Yakitori.
Ah, delicious Dare Yakitori, or Oidare Yakitori. Yes, this is something you absolutely have to experience, and the perfect place to try it right after you arrive is Yakitori Bancho.
Bancho!
Yakitori Bancho, located right inside Ueda Station. This is a real taste of Ueda's soul food, and it's all about the unique dipping sauce.
A special sauce for grilled chicken skewers. Tell me more. What's in it?
Okay, so the Ueda style involves perfectly grilled chicken skewers, and sometimes pork, actually, that you then dip into a shared, rich Oidare sauce.
Shared sauce.
Yep, this sauce is typically thick, based on soy sauce, and has a generous amount of minced garlic. Loads of garlic.
Garlic.
Each shop has its own secret recipe, sometimes aged or with slight variations. And just like with Osaka's famous kushikatsu, there's a very important rule. No double dipping.
Got it. No double dipping. So garlic and soy sauce, that sounds like a flavor explosion. And Yakitori Bancho is right there in the station. That's super convenient.
It is. You'll find it near the platform for the Bessho line. It's mostly counter seating, which creates a lively, casual atmosphere, perfect for grabbing a quick drink and some tasty skewers.
Nice.
They use binchotan charcoal for grilling, which gives the yakitori a fantastic smoky flavor. They also offer local sake and craft beer to pair with the yakitori.
Perfect pairing.
And you can even buy bottles of their Oidare sauce to take home with you.
Take home garlic sauce. My kitchen will never be the same. What do people say about the taste? Is it too much?
Well, the flavor is generally described as incredibly delicious and rich, with a real punch of garlic. The dipping method makes sure the skewers are really coated in that delicious sauce. Reviews often praise the quality of the meat, saying it's juicy and flavorful, the amazing sauce, the lively atmosphere, and the great selection of drinks. Just a heads up, the garlic flavor is quite strong, so it's definitely for garlic lovers.
Okay, noted.
They also have other items on the menu if you're feeling adventurous, like horse sashimi and stewed offal.
Ooh, okay. Well, Oidare Yakitori sounds like a truly unique Ueda culinary experience, a local tradition, all about that special sauce and how you eat it.
Yeah.
And being right in the station makes it the perfect first taste of the city.
Absolutely. It's a unique culinary highlight, incredibly convenient, and has a fantastic reputation, making it a top recommendation for anyone's quick guide to Ueda.
All right, moving on to another classic Japanese dish, soba noodles. Tell us about Katana-ya.
Katana-ya. Right. This is a long-established soba noodle shop in Ueda that's incredibly popular with the locals. But a word of warning.
Oh.
When they say they serve generous portions, they really mean it. Even the regular size is known to be absolutely huge.
Huge how? Like really huge.
Like you might need to loosen your belt a notch or two afterwards.
Okay. Challenge accepted. Maybe.
Katana-ya soba is a typical rough country style with a firm, chewy texture. The Japanese describe it as having koshi.
Koshi, right? Chewy.
Exactly. It's a very authentic Shinshu soba experience. Because it's so popular, you might find yourself in a queue, especially during busy times, but locals will tell you that the incredibly flavorful experience is well worth the wait. The main advice here is, come hungry.
So, rustic and super filling sounds like my kind of soba. What's the vibe like inside? Traditional.
Yeah, Katana-ya has a long history and is very well regarded. As I mentioned, it's often crowded. The interior has a traditional Japanese restaurant feel, perhaps a little old-fashioned, and it's even said that the famous historical novelist Shutaro Ikanami was a big fan.
A writer's favorite.
Yeah.
You know, it must be good. And those legendary portions, are they really as big as everyone says? Like, give me specifics.
Oh, they've earned their legendary status for a reason. The serving size labels can be quite deceptive. What they call regular, or nami in Japanese, is often equivalent to a large portion at other soba restaurants.
Seriously?
Yeah, reportedly around 700 grams or even more.
700 grams? That's insane.
It is. Ordering the large size is often discouraged unless you can prove you've finished smaller portions before or are confident you can handle that much. Even the small is considered a standard single serving of many other places.
Oh.
So for most people, starting with the small is highly recommended. Seriously.
Okay, small it is then. Anything else we should know about Katana-ya? Tempura.
They do offer other options like tempura soba. And yes, the tempura portions are equally generous. The prices are quite reasonable considering the sheer amount of food you get.
Good value then.
Definitely. Just be aware that the service might feel a little brisk or have that traditional artisan feel. They're really focused on getting those amazing noodles out quickly.
Gotcha. So Katana-ya is an experience in itself, not just about the delicious taste, but also about the sheer quantity. It sounds like a must-try for serious soba fans with a good appetite.
Absolutely. It represents a very specific and satisfying part of Shinshu soba culture. You won't forget it.
Okay. Our final taste of Ueda takes us back to Yanagimachi Street and a bakery with a bit of a European touch, Levain.
Yes, Levain. It's a real hidden gem tucked away in a traditional building on that historic street. They specialize in using natural yeast, tenenkubo in Japanese,
Tenenkubo.
and flour made from Japanese wheat to create incredibly delicious, crusty bread.
Natural yeast and local flour sounds like they're really passionate about their baking. What kind of bread can we expect? Is it like sourdough?
Think rustic, substantial loaves with a fantastic deep flavor and a really satisfying chewiness. It often has that slightly sour note you get from natural fermentation, yeah.
Okay.
They're well known for their campaign in rye bread, really hearty and flavorful. You might also find different varieties with things like fruit or nuts. The focus is really on the natural quality and flavor of the bread, achieved through simple, traditional baking methods with very little sugar.
Sounds good.
Oh, and their red bean bread, or enpan, is also supposed to be wonderful.
And pan, too. Sounds like the perfect kind of bread to enjoy on a stroll through a historic street. What's the atmosphere like at Levain? Cozy.
The setting is just lovely. It's located in a beautifully preserved traditional building, possibly an old merchant's house or storehouse, right on Yanagimachi Street.
Right.
The atmosphere is charming, full of character, with a wonderful mix of Japanese and Western influences, and a rustic, elegant feel. You might even spot a resident cat adding to the cozy atmosphere.
I'm a bakery cat. Love it.
They mostly offer takeaway, but there might be a small area where you can sit and enjoy simple meals like soup or salad with their amazing bread.
Ah, nice. A charming bakery in a historic setting with delicious artisanal bread sounds like the perfect place to soak up the Yanagimachi vibe.
Exactly. Levain is a great example of how high-quality, European-style artisan baking can find a home in a very traditional Japanese setting. It's a delightful fusion of cultural tastes, appealing to people looking for authentic, quality food experiences. Its presence alongside the old sake and miso breweries in Yanagimachi really highlights that interesting blend of history and modern craftsmanship.
That's really cool. All right, so we've explored the history, the relaxing hot springs, and the amazing food. Now, for those of us thinking about planning a trip to Ueda, what are some practical tips for getting there and getting around? How easy is it from Tokyo?
Getting to Ueda from Tokyo is actually quite straightforward. The main way is to take the Hokuriku Shinkansen.
The bullet train.
Yep, the bullet train, which departs from either Tokyo Station or Gleno Station and takes you directly to Ueda Station.
Okay, how long does it take?
The fastest trains, called Hakutaka, will get you there in about 1 hour and 20 to 30 minutes.
That's quick.
It is. The Asama trains, which make a few more stops, take a little longer, around 1 hour and 30 to 40 minutes. Just remember that the Kageyaki trains don't stop at Ueda.
Good tip. Hakutaka or Asama. Got it. What about getting around Ueda itself once we arrive? Do you need a car?
Not necessarily. Once you're in Ueda, the main attractions like Ueda Castle Ruins Park and Yanagimachi Street are quite walkable from the station, about 15 to 20 minutes on foot in either direction. To reach Bessho Onsen, the Ueda Electric Railway Bessho line is essential. It departs right from Ueda Station and takes about 30 minutes to the Bessho Onsen terminal.
Your little fairy tale train.
That's the one. Buses are also available for getting to Yanagimachi and other parts of the city, and you can find the timetables at the station.
Right.
Shared or rental bicycles are also a great option, especially for exploring flatter areas or scenic routes like the Shiota Plain or along the Bessho line. And of course, you'll find taxi stands right in front of the station.
So it sounds pretty easy to get around even without renting a car. What about the best time of year to visit Ueda to see it at its most beautiful? Spring, autumn.
Both are fantastic. Spring, particularly April and May, is highly recommended. You get to see the breathtaking cherry blossoms at Ueda Castle Ruins Park, usually in early to mid-April.
The 1,000 trees.
Exactly. And the stunning flowering peach blossoms in the Takeshiyori area a little later, in late April to early May.
Oh, wow.
Autumn, from late October to mid-November, is also a fantastic time to visit. With vibrant fall foliage at Ueda Castle, the temples in the Bessho Onsen area, and the surrounding valleys.
Beautiful.
Plus, autumn is Matsutake mushroom season for anyone who loves delicious seasonal food.
Ooh, Matsutake. Cherry blossoms and autumn leaves. Ueda sounds absolutely gorgeous during those times of year. What about summer and winter? Still worth a visit.
Definitely. Summer in Ueda from June to August is generally cooler than Tokyo, making it a nice escape from the summer heat, especially if you venture into the highlands.
Good point.
It's a good time for enjoying activities by the rivers. You might also have the chance to see fireflies or some charming light-up events. Ueda's big firework festival is usually held on August 5th.
Fireworks, too.
In winter, from December to March is the best season to really enjoy the onsen, the hot springs.
Makes sense.
Just be aware that the mountain areas might have snow, so you'll need to be careful if you're driving. Also, some attractions might have shorter opening hours during the winter months.
Okay, good to know. So Ueda really does seem to have something to offer visitors all year round, depending on what you're interested in. And it's so easily accessible from Tokyo, making it a fantastic option for a few days away.
It truly is. It's a wonderful combination of historical significance, natural beauty, and unique culinary experiences, all within easy reach. A really great package.
Yeah. Ueda sounds like a truly unforgettable journey waiting to happen, from the echoes of samurai history at Ueda Castle to the soothing, healing waters of Bessho Onsen and those delicious and surprising food discoveries on Yanagimachi Street. It's a journey that will delight all your senses and spark your imagination.
Absolutely. Just imagine yourself walking in the footsteps of samurai, relaxing in those ancient onsen waters, and savoring the unique local flavors like that wonderfully garlicky Oidare Yakitori.
I'm imagining it now.
It has that perfect combination of easy access, year-round beauty, authentic charm, and so many interesting stories and secrets just waiting to be uncovered.
It really does sound incredible. So, dear listener, with all these amazing stories and experiences just waiting for you, is it time to start planning your next wonderful getaway?
It certainly sounds like it could be. Ueda's calling.
Thank you for joining us. See you next time.